check sound.
Yes, please.
Hello. Hello. That's, I'm on full, mate.
Sorry?
My pedal's on full, so.
I'm not seeing anything at all with it.
Hello.
Just double check that. Did you get my email yet?
I didn't, sorry.
I have sorted your kit out.
Oh, it's all in there, is it?
Yeah, the stuff you booked.
Oh, right, so I think that's all I need.
Yeah, sorry, I did send you an email so you didn't have to come in.
No, I said we didn't check, but I need to question it.
Alright.
Is that both orders as well, the little cable email?
Yeah.
Cheers.
Okay, so it goes to...
Hello. Turn down again. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. You can see me?
You ready to go?
Yep.
Got the lights.
No, it's alright. My video's just me anyway.
Okay,
It's
but
good.
the
So
actuality.
you're still going to have to see it anyway. So I'm going to be showing President. Like that. Yeah.
Electrical cost is covered then.
Hey.
Electrical cost is covered
Yeah, just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that right? Sorry.
then.
Or the actual.
Hello. There we go. Alright, basically I was building a vocal pedal for metal artists to do live cut-up vocals. Originally I wanted to do it with Max, but I didn't really understand it as well as I wanted to. I thought software you can never trust anyway, so I thought I'd learn electronics to do it, and that was a lot harder than I thought it would be. I had to ask for a lot of help from Aidan as well for the books from the library, but it got there. Basically, it turns on the sound on and off using a photoresistor with LED combo, using a 555 timer chip and some capacitors and resistors.
Okay.
My basic design originally was going to be with a baking tray. That was how because I didn't think I'd have the money to actually buy the casing for it, so I thought I'd build one. So I'm not sure if you can see, but I've actually got scribblings all over it where I was going to put the pots and everything. Originally I was going to use a foot controller for the speed, but I never got around to working out how to do that. But I'll just show you what it does. So that's on now. I can also change the speed of it. It says that's the one problem I've got with it. It cuts out if I turn the pot up too much. So that's about as fast as it would go. You can hear the clicking. That's another problem I've got with it. I've also got an on switch, which keeps it on, and when you click it, stays on. I've also got a momentary switch on it, so it stays on as long as I'm holding it down. This one is just a volume pedal. That I might also hook up to another extension, so I can have a volume swell, as well as a speed changing pedal, and that's just an on-off switch. I basically saw the idea for this it was a guitar pedal. It was the Mad Doctor by Idiot Box. I always wanted to build a vocal one for it anyway, for metal bands, so they can do the live cut-ups. But I couldn't find anything in the market for it. So I was searching, and the only decent thing I came across was the idiot box for the guitar, and I actually emailed them asking what parts they used to try and find out how I could do it. Never got a reply. Didn't think I would though. But yeah, it actually works. I was surprised. I had a lot of trouble finding the right photoresistor for it. So I went to Maplin and they were like, yeah, I need a photoresistor. And they were like, what size? I'm like, no idea. So I had to go back like 4 times until I got the right one.
What was the other thing?
There's a volume one, so that's literally on off, which is hooked straight up into the signal with the photoresistor as well. And this one's changing the resistance between the 555 chip and the LED, I think, or the ground or something, which changes the speed. Originally it was going a lot faster, but I added another capacitor into it to half the speed because otherwise it just didn't sound decent at all.
So what range, can you just,
Yeah.
again, what's the range that you've got?
There's there.
Okay.
So that's sort of speed. I'd like it to have been a bigger range, but I'm not quite sure how I'll do that. I think it was something to do with the capacitor I got in there,
Okay.
but I'm not too sure.
Right.
But it's basically working by loading the capacitor up and then releasing it to power the LED.
Yeah.
I actually took apart a battery-powered strobe light. I bought it months back, and the LEDs I had were really dim, and so I saw this thing, and I just dismantled it and took the. Originally, I had a different switch for the on-off thing. I took that from it as well, and I just took the LED out because it was like a super bright white one. Basically, the photoresistor and the LED are in shrink wrap, so it's dark when the LED's off, because otherwise you might get late leakage from light pollution and you don't get the off sound. But that's the basic idea. Does anyone have a go?
Ready?
No? Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't think you would.
So why, is that from you, is it, the photo?
Well,
It was in.
I can't even remember you actually.
It was the handmade music
Yeah,
book.
I knew I would have sent you to that book.
Yeah, it was literally only a 5-minute talk. It's like
How long ago was that?
before Christmas.
Yeah,
Well, I'm just thinking, so what,
I was going to say.
you're not actually using that to have, there's no light effect on it necessarily.
Oh no, I could have
It's
done that.
internal, isn't it?
It's internal.
Yeah, he's got a package inside, which is a light sensor with an LED. That's what a backroll is. And so the LED flashes and affects the light sensor.
So the light sensor is hooked up to the input,
Yeah.
along with the volume part.
So every time you have a signal, the LED
Is
comes
on.
on.
Yeah.
And then that's.
It turns off again when.
In future,
Yeah.
do come and speak to me about these projects.
Yeah.
Because those I can tell you, I can give you answers immediately for the kind of issues
Yeah, I know.
you kind of mentioned today. First of all, you said having an expression pedal. Have you ever looked at what a guitar expression pedal is?
Not really, no.
It's all it is a variable resistor.
Yeah, I thought it would be.
That's it, So it's as simple as.
Yeah, I'm guessing it would go in the same place where this speed knob's going.
Yeah.
But I tried having 2 in there, but I found that because I already had one in there, it would stay at that resistance.
Yeah.
So I think I'll have to have some way to break the signal and swap the resistors.
Yeah.
Have a look at the build.
Um,
Did you buy the box?
I bought the box, but
Yeah.
I had to drill out all the holes. They didn't have any drill bits big enough for the XLR cable, so I had to actually file it out by hand.
Right.
But I used a round file and got it all. I used rubber feet on it. I've also got rubber feet on the electronics inside to keep it off the box.
Yeah, good idea. So you put the rubber feet on?
Yeah.
So it's very appropriate, isn't it?
Is that how a tremolo pedal works then?
Yeah, it's like a square wave trem. That's, I think they use a different chip, though. I think
Right.
they actually have like a square wave.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
tremolo just on and off, or
Yeah,
I thought
basically.
it was normally a triangle.
Oh,
It's like a wobbly kind of.
So explain again, actually, what these two do, what?
But this one turns the switch on,
Okay.
so it stays on. This one stays
okay.
on while I'm holding it.
So you could just go,
Yeah.
right.
So it'll be a quick bang, 30 seconds or less. Just so you have it on its fastest setting. So I might actually change it so it is faster for really fast sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just bang and it's on.
Great.
And that's on off switch.
Great.
Fab. I also sorted out all the ground. I had a really bad grounding issue with XLR. Turned out I just had to connect the ground to the actual grounded battery because otherwise it was just humming. So I was like, I had like 2 days left to a rehearsal thing. I was like, why is it doing that?
Yeah.
If I connected to the wrong one, it made it hum worse. It was literally just one cable solder it in to it and sort it out. So yeah, got it all.
Complete the circuit.
Yeah.
Fab.
I think it looks better as well instead of using the baking tray.
Yeah, no, it does.
So
It's more appropriate.
I think I spent about 100 quid in parts on it. Because I had to buy like a multimeter for the resistors, and I've also got a thing to measure distance, and like it's like a little measuring thing, so you clamp it on it. It tells you exactly how big it is.
Yeah.
And also every single part was a slightly different size, so each hole has a drill. I had to make sure it was in the right place. And I accidentally put the LED light where the knob was meant to be. Luckily it was because it was really smaller.
Yeah.
It worked.
So you'd have a little
Great.
wave oscillator inside.
Yeah, that's right.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Are you going to get someone to use it?
If anyone else wants it.
I mean, after.
Yeah, outside. I definitely. I'm thinking of building them like properly, like actually
Okay.
get it looking neater, getting all the parts and maybe making it into a little business.
Yeah.
Because I had a kind of cheesy idea for the name, Stutter Island, to go off like the film Shutter Island. I thought it would be quite a little cheesy thing to go with it, but
Yeah, it's good.
so, that was my idea.
We should set up a little kind of CSM shop.
Yeah, instead of a little pedal.
Yeah.
But, as my backup, I was tempted just to make like a little distortion pedal or something. Just there you go, if it didn't work, that's
Yeah.
what I would have probably had to do.
No, it's good to kind of work through that idea though.
Yeah,
'Cause it is, I've never seen anyone.
I've been on
doing
Skype
it.
to my dad all week. He's in Vegas at the moment, so it's just like all week I'm like Skyping him. He's at 6 AM for him. It's like, what? Because he didn't understand any of it either. Like he understood parts of it because he did like electronics stuff in uni, like science part of it, but he didn't actually do any electronics. I got it working.
No, it's good. Great.
Is it
Two other things I would say, just really super quick, is for your frequency, for your range, frequency, it's just a matter of trying out different combinations of capacitors and resistors is the two components that actually control.
That's another problem I had. I had two 10k pots, two 22k, and one 100k, and that's all I had.
Yeah.
So I was just like, they're actually just two 22k ones in there at the moment.
For effects, I tend to use a big capacitor and a big resistor. So a big potentiometer, I normally use like 1 meg on your own, and sensing like a 1 microfarad or 10 microfarad.
I've got two 10 microfarad in there. Two next to it.
Is that remember the frequency and audio are both logarithmic, okay?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean by that?
A little bit.
Okay, so it's not a linear function. It doesn't go off in a straight line. It goes in a curve.
Yeah. Okay.
You can get logarithmic pots, and you can also get anti-logarithmic pots. Okay, that kind of deal with that curve over a range,
Yeah.
and you get a much more kind of a nicer kind of control across that range. If you have that route.
Okay.
But yeah, future, come speak to me. I can tell you
More about
the cheapest place to buy components.
Yeah, Maplin isn't the cheapest place to get it.
Maplin
But
is the most.
I actually bought. I actually bought. There was a big box with that kit which came with like 10 of each different resistor and a load of capacitors.
Yeah.
Came with like solder board, so it was literally just a pre-made kit with most of the parts I needed
Yeah,
anyway.
no, that's cool. That's good.
But now I've got lots of little parts I can use anyway. So
Where do you get stuff from? Taylor, normally, which is they're based in Singapore, but it's dirt cheap and they're normally delivered within 2 weeks, So
Yeah.
you can
that was another problem. I was running out of time as well. I was just like, especially for like the photo resistance and stuff, but it didn't really matter. It was,
Taylor Electronics, T-A-Y-D-A.
There's loads of underage children that play the thing. Making agents cheap.
Yeah.
is
that's
there?
the downside is that like some of the stuff you get is a bit cheap and nasty, but it you know it does blow other things out of the water and price less fortune.
Right.
And they tend to cheat customers as well, which is quite nice.
Yeah. I find that a lot when I order like camera components like and stuff like lenses. It's like, here's a gift. This is what they say. But yeah.
I ordered synth module from a guy in Singapore for a second hand from him, and because I'm so used to buying stuff from Taylor, I completely didn't think about being taxed for it and just let them bill and pay for it.
Yeah. Is it down? Volume down?
No.
Good.
I think you good?
Yeah, that handmade electronics book helped a lot.
Yeah.
I've actually found there's a PDF of it online.
Right.
So I actually sent it to my dad because he wanted to read it as well. To find out what it was.
If you ever get yourself a copy, in fact no, there is one in the library. The second edition does come with a DVD and loads of people.
I had both of them out this week. I had that one. I literally had every electronics book in the library out, but the past week just to try and understand it. But I think that definitely looks a lot better than having it on a baking tray.
As I say, there's definitely a certain
Look.
aesthetic.
Yeah.